Atom Mastery, your study buddies.
Welcome back to chapter 8. Have you guys tried to do the tutorial questions which I have given last week? I really hope that you can try to do it out before watching this tutorial discussion video. Okay, let us discuss about question 1 first. Which of the following statements is true about the iron metal? First is ductile, second is malleable, third is can form alloy with carbon, and last one is having gigantic structure. What is your answer? Okay, the correct answer will be A, which is 1, 2, and 3 only. As I have mentioned during the last lecture video, there is 2 important terms about pure metals must be memorized by heart, which are ductile and malleable. As recap, ductility corresponds to a change of metal into wires with the presence of tensile steel, while malleability corresponds to a change of metal into sheets with the presence of compressive stress. Besides, it is definitely can form alloy with carbon to form steel, which is stronger and harder. Next, proceed to question 2. The diagram below shows an electric cable supported by substance N. As you can see in this diagram, substance N is playing important role for supporting the cable, and we usually can see this pole on the good side. The question is stated that substance N has the following properties, which are can withstand cold erosion, can withstand weathering, and not an electrical conductor. Which are the following is substance N? A, B, C, or D? The answer definitely will not be C, marble, and D, sodium glass, since both of these materials cannot withstand high temperature if the weather is hot. And the answer A, concrete is mainly used for making bridge and building. Hence, the answer will be B, ceramic. Due to its strong bonding, ceramic is hard and strong. The electrons are unable to move freely to conduct electricity or heat. That's why it is an ideal material for making substance N. Question 3 is showing the arrangement of atoms in 4 metals, which are metal P, Q, R, and S. Arrange the metals from the most easy malleable to the most difficult. Most easily malleable means that the layers of atoms can slide over easily to fill the empty spaces in a metal. Let us see the diagram one by one. All the atoms inside metal B are same type and same size, so there is not an alloy. They are also have empty spaces in the metal B. The atoms inside metal R are also same size and same type, but it has larger empty spaces between atoms. So, we can predict that metal R is more easily malleable compared to others. Both metal Q and metal S are alloys. Metal Q is intersection alloys, which and different types of smaller size atoms tend to fit them into the interstitial space. So, it is not that easy to be malleable. Last is metal S. It contains a lot of foreign atoms, which disrupt the orderly arrangement of metal S. Hence, metal S will be most difficult to make its atoms lie over each other, followed by metal Q, P, and R, which is easiest to be malleable. Let us check the answer. Okay, the answer is A. So, My predictions toward majority just now is correct. Okay, question 4 is showing a diagram which is the formation of composite substance from its original components. Concrete is the matrix substance, while fiberglass is strengthening substance. After combining both of them, fiber concrete, which is a composite material, is produced. Based on the above diagram, why is fiber concrete used more to build buildings compared to concrete? Option A is the fiberglass particles cannot strength and make it tough. This statement is incorrect because fiberglass has high strength chain strength. Let us see option B. It says that the concrete and the fiberglass particles can slide between each other and make it flexible. This choice is confirmed wrong. Since we want to build building, how can the building be flexible? It is not making sense. Next, option C. The fibrous particles fit the position of the concrete particles and make it strong. Like option which is D stated that the concrete particles are evenly dispersed in the fiberglass and make it able to withstand corrosion. We can observe from the diagram, the concrete particles are not evenly dispersed at all. So, this option can be eliminated. Hence, the reason of using fiber concrete is C, as it is the most important reason. Here is the last objective question for this chapter. Question 5. Which composite material contains a mixture of cement and steel? A. Photochromic glass. B. Superconductor. C is reinforced concrete, and D is fiberglass. The question is a very direct question, so we can know that the answer will be C, reinforced concrete. For your information, photochromic glass is formed when glass is combined with silver chloride and copper 1 chloride. Superconductor is mainly composed of carbon 2 carbonate, oxygen, chromium 3 carbonate, and borium carbonate. For fiberglass, it is produced when plastic is strengthened with glass fibers. Now, here comes with our first substantive question. In question 6, the diagram shows the arrangement of atoms in two types of copper alloy. This means that both of these alloys are sharing the same pure metal, which is copper. A. State the meaning of alloy. So, an alloy is a mixture of two or more metals in a certain percentage. B. State the name of alloy as. We can see in this diagram, alloy S is made up of zinc and copper. So, we know that alloy S is brass, which contains 70% copper and 30% zinc. The number of black color atoms, which is copper, also higher than the number of white color atoms, which is zinc atom. This fulfills the correct composition of brass. Next, C. State the name of atom M. What is bronze made of from? Try to recall it back. Okay, the answer is tin. For information, bronze consists of 90% copper and 30% zinc, which is mainly used for making metals and trophy. D. Describe what happens to the atoms when a force is applied to a bronze and a pure copper. For bronze, which is an alloy, the layers of atoms do not slide on one another. This is because an alloy is formed when different sizes of foreign atoms are mixed with the pure metal. This will disrupt the orderly arrangement of atoms in a pure metal and make the layers of atoms in an alloy be difficult to slide over each other when force is applied. However, for pure copper, the layers of atoms slide on one another easily, since the same types of atoms inside it are all same size and in orderly arrangement. Okay, question E is asking you to complete a table about the difference between bronze and pure copper. As I have mentioned just now, the size of atoms inside bronze are different size. Tin have different size with pure copper. For pure copper, all the atoms are same size. Next, let us compare their hardness. Bronze is usually harder, while pure copper is softer due to their arrangement. Lastly, the arrangement of atoms in bronze is not in orderly arrangements because they have foreign atoms to disrupt the orderly arrangement of atoms of the pure metal and hence prevent the layers of atoms of the pure metal from sliding easily. As against, the arrangement of atoms in pure metal is in orderly arrangement. In question 7, the table below shows the compositions of 3 types of glasses. The first type of glass is field glass, which is made from silicon dioxide. Next is soda lime glass, contains silicon dioxide, sodium carbonate, and unknown S. Last is borosilicate glass, which is made from silicon dioxide, sodium carbonate, calcium carbonate, and unknown Y. Let us see the first question A. What is the major component of glass? The answer is silica, or also known as silicon dioxide. As you can see from this diagram, all types of glasses are containing silicon dioxide as one of their components. B1. Name component X. X is calcium carbonate, which is also known as limestone. Question B2 requires us to state 2 properties of sodium dye glass. It has low melting point, which is around 1000 degrees Celsius, and have high thermal expansion coefficient. The low melting point is due to the presence of sodium carbonate lowers the melting point of silicon dioxide. Let us proceed to question C. 1. Name component Y. So, Y is boron oxide and also can be aluminum oxide. Next, C2. State 2 properties of borosilicate glass. The answer is it has high melting point and low thermal expansion coefficient. Hence, this glassware do not crack easily upon temperature change because of its low thermal expansion coefficient. So, it is useful in many applications, mostly involved with temperature changes. Next, question C3 is requiring us to give an example of glassware made for borosilicate glass. The answer is laboratory glassware, such as beaker or conical flask. The last question is about ceramic which are made from clay. D1. Name the crystal content in clay, then undergoes chemical reactions to form ceramics when heated to a very high temperature. The answer is kaolinite. Next, state two properties of ceramic. Ceramic can withstand high temperatures and inert to chemical reaction. This is because the atoms in ceramics are bonded by strong covalent bonds and ionic bonds. Hence, ceramics only melt at very high temperatures. Now comes to our last question for this chapter. 8a. Both glass and ceramic are used widely in our daily life. Give the chemical name of the main component of glass and ceramic. The answer is silicon dioxide. As this question is quite similar with the previous question, so I hope that you can get the answer correctly. Next, step 2 reasons why glass and ceramic can replace metals in daily life. The first reason is they are inert towards chemical, so they are safe to be used as both in ancient times since they will not undergo any chemical reactions which may produce harmful substances to health. Next, their production costs are low, so they can produce in larger scale. Proceed to question B. Photochromic glass and superconductor are composite materials. What are the components in photochromic glass? The answer is silver chloride or silver bromide, copper 1 chloride, and glass. Next, state a characteristic of lenses made from photochromic glass. It is sensitive to light intensity. It is darkened when exposed to sunlight but becomes clear when the light intensity is low. Hence, it is normally used to make the windows of buildings and cars. Last question is about superconductors. Superconductors are used to make more generators, transformers, and electric cables more efficiently in place of material. Explain why. It can conduct a very high current over a long distance without resistance and any loss of energy. So, it is usually be involved in nuclear magnetic resonance (NMR) machines and magnetic resonance imaging (MRI) machines. So, if you are enrolled into courses about chemistry during university level, you are able to explore to both of these machines and have chance to learn how to use them. The technique and technology about these machines are interesting and fun. As for your information, MMR is mostly used to study the physical, chemical, and biological properties of metal. Chemists use it to determine molecular identity and structure. Medical practitioners employ magnetic resonance imaging (MRI) and multi-dimensional MMR imaging technique for diagnostic purposes. Okay, that is the end of chapter 8, and I hope that you all can understand well. Thank you and wish you all have a nice day. Goodbye.